In a world constantly shifting beneath our feet, where alliances are tested and new threats emerge, the whispers of war and peace resonate across continents. Today, we delve into a fascinating, perhaps even perplexing, development from the heart of Europe that has implications far beyond its borders, touching upon the very fabric of global security. We're talking about the recent, somewhat surprising, declaration from two historic rivals, France and the United Kingdom, to coordinate their nuclear deterrence to safeguard Europe. Now, for anyone who's followed European politics or military history, this announcement raises an eyebrow. France, with its fiercely independent nuclear doctrine, often seen as a lone wolf in European defense, suddenly aligning its nuclear strategy with the UK, a staunch NATO ally deeply intertwined with American defense policy. It's like watching two seasoned cricketers from opposing teams suddenly decided to open the batting together, unexpected, to say the least. The video we just analyzed touched upon this, highlighting the initial bewilderment. Is this a genuine strategic pivot, a desperate measure, or perhaps, as some suggest, a carefully choreographed media spectacle, perhaps even influenced by external forces? The primary target, though unspoken, seems clear: Russia. But here's where the plot thickens, and where our deeper dive begins. While Paris and London make grand pronouncements, how is Moscow reacting? The video hinted at Russia being unfazed, and that's a crucial point. Russia has weathered sanctions, political pressure, and military posturing from the West for years. Their strategic resilience, almost a national characteristic, means they run not easily rattled. Instead of reacting to every Western move, Russia appears to be playing a long game, adapting its strategies, particularly in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This brings us to a critical, often overlooked, aspect of modern warfare: technological evolution. While Western nations grapple with internal political squabbles and supply chain issues, Russia, as our source pointed out, is quietly innovating. The focus has shifted from conventional might to asymmetric advantages: drones, robotic systems, sophisticated electronic warfare. This isn't just about building more tanks or fighter jets, it's about redefining the battlefield itself. For a Pakistani audience, this resonates deeply. In our region, where strategic depth and technological parity are constant considerations, understanding the shift towards drone warfare, cyber capabilities, and AI-driven defense systems is not just academic, it's existential. The concept of jugaad, innovative, frugal solutions, often applies to how nations, particularly in the developing world, adapt to technological disparities. Perhaps in this context, Russia's approach offers a different kind of jugaad on a grand strategic scale. Let's expand on this technological arms race. Beyond drones, consider the burgeoning field of hypersonic missiles, weapons that travel at speeds exceeding Mach 1, making traditional missile defense systems almost obsolete. Russia has been at the forefront of this development, as have China and even the US, albeit with varying degrees of success. These aren't just faster missiles, they fundamentally alter the calculus of deterrence, shrinking decision-making windows and increasing the risk of miscalculation. For countries like Pakistan, situated in a complex geopolitical neighborhood, the implications of such advancements are profound. The balance of power, even at a regional level, is constantly being recalibrated by these technological leaps. And what about cyber warfare? This invisible battlefield is where much of the modern conflict is already being waged. From disrupting critical infrastructure to influencing public opinion through disinformation campaigns, cyber attacks can cripple a nation without firing a single shot. While the video focused on conventional military hardware, the true strategic advantage in the 21st century often lies in a nation's ability to defend its digital borders and project power in the cyber realm. This is a domain where smaller, agile nations can potentially punch above their weight if they invest wisely in talent and infrastructure. Now, let's circle back to France and a very tangible consequence of the Ukraine conflict: the restart of its Scalp missile production line. After 2 years, the assembly lines are humming again, with the first new missiles expected in early March. The reason is stark. France, like many Western nations, has depleted its existing stocks by supplying Ukraine. This highlights a critical vulnerability in Western defense planning, a reliance on just-in-time production models that are ill-suited for sustained, high-intensity conflicts. The irony, as the video pointed out, is that they restarting production of an older missile technology developed jointly with the UK in the Jolines, now being used by Ukraine with Soviet-era aircraft. This isn't just about France, it's a wake-up call for all nations. Are our defense industries prepared for a prolonged conflict? Do we have the strategic reserves needed to sustain our forces and allies? For Pakistan, a nation with its own robust defense production capabilities, this serves as a potent reminder of the importance of self-reliance and continuous modernization. The concept of Atmanirbhar, or self-sufficiency, often discussed in our region, gains new urgency in this global context. The geopolitical chessboard is further complicated by the unpredictable nature of US foreign policy, particularly under the shadow of a potential Trump presidency. The video rightly highlighted the anxiety among European leaders. Will the US remain a reliable ally? Will Ukraine continue? These questions create a vacuum of uncertainty, forcing European nations to reconsider their own defense postures and potentially seek new alignments. This uncertainty isn't confined to Europe. It ripples across the globe, impacting nations that rely on US security guarantees or economic partnerships. For Pakistan, navigating its relationships with major powers like the US, China, and Russia requires a nuanced and agile foreign policy, especially when traditional alliances seem less stable. The historical context of US-Pakistan relations, often characterized by periods of close cooperation followed by strains, makes this an especially pertinent point for our audience. The shifting sands of global power dynamics demand constant vigilance and strategic foresight. Consider the broader implications for global stability. When a superpower's commitment becomes a question mark, it encourages other actors to test boundaries, leading to increased regional tensions. This is not just a European problem, it's a global phenomenon. We've seen similar patterns emerge in other parts of the world where perceived power vacuums or inconsistent policies have emboldened various state and non-state actors. The interconnectedness of our world means that a crisis in one region can quickly spill over, affecting global trade, energy prices, and even the movement of people. In conclusion, while the headlines might focus on France and the UK soon nuclear dance, the real story is far more complex and multifaceted. It's a narrative of evolving warfare, strategic adaptation, industrial realities, and the profound impact of shifting geopolitical sands. Russia, calm adaptability in the face of Western pressure. The technological leaps in modern combat, and the internal struggles within Western alliances all paint a picture of a world in flux. For us, in Pakistan, understanding these dynamics isn't just an academic exercise. It's about recognizing the forces that shape our own security landscape, informing our strategic choices, and ensuring our preparedness for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. The world is changing, and only those who adapt, innovate, and think strategically will thrive in this new global order. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing our region in this evolving global landscape? Share your thoughts in the comments below.